Hey guys, Cyrex07 here, and today we're gonna start a park build. Something chill, something chill. So, something that we can do, and we can just relax, kick back, have fun, and enjoy dinosaurs. So, just getting a feel for it, the layout here. So, looks like we got some decent space. So, first things first. Where are we gonna put our entry? Um, I'm thinking here. Yeah, let's put our entrance over here. Let's see, do we want regular or do we want helipad? I think we're gonna do. Think we're gonna do helipad. So. uh, No. We're gonna do this one. Right there. And then we're gonna switch some things up. Let's see here. Where's Jurassic World? Go. There we go, Jurassic World. We can worry about the banners later, I think. Oh, also got this back here. How's everybody doing today? Hmm? See your classic luxury standard, classic standard, standard, facility standard. Let's do this one. Alright. And let's get down our other buildings. Of course, remembering that we can always move them later. So, what was it, last week? We lost Sam Neill. I'm sure all of you already know this, but yeah, we lost Sam Neill, Dr. Alan Grant. That one hurt. That one hurt. Especially for older fans like myself. Like I was 4 years old when I saw Jurassic Park in theaters in 1993. 4 years old. So me, Jurassic Park, Alan Grant, like grew up with that. Like literally formative years. You know, super early childhood. Like pretty much as far back as I could remember. Like I still remember the T-Rex breakout scene on the big screen. I still remember seeing a TV spot that showed part of that. And as a kid, I thought it was a Brachiosaurus that walked by in front of the Explorer. So in the movie, I remember being in the movie and then waiting for the Brachiosaurus, and then realizing, oh no, that was actually the T-Rex walking in front of the Explorer. You know, like I remember going to see back in the day, younger fans, younger viewers. Back in the day, we had video rental stores. Okay, so for those of you who are too young to immediately know about that, you know, but yeah, it was VHS. I remember we went to one. I think it was Hollywood Video, and I remember walking in and seeing a display stand for Jurassic Park because it was out on home video. It was out on VHS, and I remember grabbing it off the off the display stand and running outside with it to my mom, like, "They got Jurassic Park! They got Jurassic Park!" you know, essentially, kind of semi-committed theft at 4 years old. probably, probably wasn't my first time. So, and it's like he just beat cancer. He just beat cancer. A 5-year battle with cancer. And what I didn't realize, I wonder if, and I don't know how many of y'all also realize this, but apparently he was battling cancer when he was filming Dominion. So he gave us a return of Alan Grant amidst a battle with cancer. Like, what? The legend. Like, he just beat cancer, and then to all of a sudden be told, like, wake up in the morning, I've got a few hours till I gotta go to work. I hop on YouTube like I normally do to watch some stuff, and I see, actually, no, it was late at night. It was late at night. I had actually just gotten back from work, because I work until 12:30 at night, because it wasn't confirmed yet, and I saw a thing that says reports are saying Sam Neill has passed away. And I'm just looking at that like, no, nah, nah, the reports are wrong. The reports are wrong. And then it was the next day where it was like, Sam Neill passes away. Just total disbelief. You know, not wanting it, obviously not wanting it to be true. Almost in denial. There's been of course been other celebrity deaths that made me feel that way. Chadwick Boseman. When I heard Chadwick Boseman passes away, I'm like, no, he didn't. What? Uh, Back in 2008, Heath Ledger passes away. I was let's see, 2008. So I was 18, going on 19 when that happened, and I'm just sitting there like, no, this is a prank. This is a prank. We're being punked. You know, that's kind of almost how I felt with Sam Neill, to where it's like, no, this is a prank. We're being punked, but I'm like, but it doesn't make sense for it to be a prank, so the reports just have to be wrong. Like he hasn't passed away. So yeah, like, man, I remember as a kid, like as an adult, my favorite entry in the series is The Lost World, and Malcolm is my favorite character. As a kid, Jurassic Park, Lost World wasn't my favorite one. I loved it, of course, but it wasn't my favorite one. I actually thought the third one was the best one as a kid, because I thought the Spinosaurus was so cool. Alan Grant was back. You know, I thought the characters were funny, because I kind of grew up on William H Macy as well. Um, I think that was the first movie I ever saw with Tia Leone. Uh, Eric, the son, I knew him from what was that movie where he was like, he was super smart, like he was a genius, but then he wanted to be like the normal kids, so he like went to a different school posing as a bad boy. So I still, for some reason, I always remember this scene from that movie where, like, he's kind of goofing off in class as he's in science class, where he's supposed to be posing as a bad boy that doesn't know science, and the teacher's like going on about something, and then all of a sudden he just spouts off elliptical, and then he catches himself, and he's like, crap. He like slipped up for a second because he just naturally, instinctively like called it out. Uh, but yeah, and I remember me and my cousin saying like, yeah, the third one's the best one because Alan Grant is in it. So yeah, and I've seen all of the original trilogy countless times. Like the fourth movie I've seen a few times, the fifth movie I've seen a few times, Dominion I've seen a couple times, Rebirth I've seen a few times. But the original trilogy I've watched so many times over the course of my life. I remember like having seen when I was 12 years old, actually, 12 years old, in 2001. Went and saw 3 in theaters. Came home, and I just kept watching Jurassic Park over and over again, over and over again, over and over. Didn't watch. I actually didn't have The Lost World. For some reason, my mom never bought me the second movie. So we only had the first movie. Uh, and I just kept watching it like back to back. Like I'd watch it, it would finish, I'd rewind it, watch it again, rewind it, watch it again, rewind it, watch it again. Sorry, I'm like sitting here doing nothing, just yapping on. But yeah, like rest in peace, Sam Neill. You were a childhood hero. Like yeah, I already liked dinosaurs as a young kid, but Jurassic Park definitely set it off for me. You know, I actually recently bought books on dinosaurs. I'm trying to get some books together on paleontology. Um, I'm gonna see about getting some books on geology and chemistry as well to like really like start studying paleontology. Which is something I think I should have started doing a long time ago. You know, and that was before finding out about Sam Neill because yeah, it's just it is a sad time that we live in right now. A sad time. So I mean, we're gonna get at least one more movie with him, Godzilla X Kong Supernova, which that's another thing. Rest in peace, Kaylee Hoddle. Like, and speaking on that, like Sam Neill is sad enough, you know, but Sam Neill was in his 70s. You can say he lived a full life. Kaylee Hoddle was barely 18. Gone. Like that is just unfair. That is just unfair, and to me, that's actually sadder than Sam Neill passing because she was only 18. Like, you know, it's and it would have been a wild thing if they were both in Supernova. So I'm telling you right now, if Godzilla X Kong Supernova doesn't have something in the beginning or at the end that says in loving memory of Sam Neill and Kaylee Hoddle, they did it. Then they've done it wrong. Then they've done it wrong. They failed. Then they failed. You know. So for me personally, like as a Godzilla fan, I'm anticipating Supernova even more now because, as far as I know, that's going to be the last Sam Neill movie we ever get. I don't know if he did any like one or two other movies that might get released after Supernova. I don't know. I only the only movie I know of currently that he filmed was Supernova. So, but yeah, I just wanted to take some time to talk about that just real quick. So, R.I.P. Sam Neill, R.I.P. Kaylee Hoddle. Both of you will be dearly missed. And if I go back and check this footage and the audio is crap, I'm gonna be really upset. I'm gonna be really upset. Sorry, we're supposed to have fun, kick back, relax, and yeah, but it's like I could not say anything. I could not say something about it. So, let me know in the comments. How old were you when you first saw Jurassic Park? Was it in theaters? Because I know it's had a couple of theatrical re-releases. So like, was it in theaters? Was it because like your parents or whatever like had the movie? Are you excited for Godzilla X Kong Supernova? So, but as far as what we're doing right now, obviously we are in the ancient valley of Saint-Hubert. So, so yeah, we just got Minmi and Torosaurus added to the game. Uh, I do have skin mods installed, so and we will probably put them to use. One of them gives the Ember skin to the male Rebirth Rex. Another one gives some of the film cosmetics to both genders. We got a few Raptor related ones. So yeah. What is going on there? I guess that's okay. It's not as bad as it initially looked at one angle. Okay, so we got our initial buildings. Now let's get some power. Let's get a backup generator going.
Attention all science personnel. Please report to the newly opened Science Center.
We don't need a response facility yet, but we do need to have a maintenance facility. Where are they facing? There we go. All right. And then we need a hatchery. Okay. So I come in. Let's see here. When they first come in, I want something here. I want to have like a small species over here. We'll try to be more creative with the enclosures as we go, but for now. And then we need a gate. There we go. Oh yeah, let's get yeah, maintenance post. Okay, let me put another one somewhere over here. All right.
Keep an eye out for work. Taking a sweep around.
Oh yeah, let's yeah. So Jurassic World. We're going with the camo. We're going with the camo.
Generator will be running soon.
Okay. We have nothing to start off with. Okay. Let's get a Quillops. Let's research a Quillops. And no, we're not dealing with scientists in this playthrough.
Damage over here.
I may have to reset the the funds. Okay, maybe not. We might be okay. So yeah, so before it was just here, and with the mod, we have it here. So But that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna have that be the female. Well, we used it in Rebirth, so let's see here. Kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. And then for the male, yeah. Although, I do like that. And that, especially with the more blue stripes. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Traits. We don't have any traits. So, we'll worry about traits later. So, because we need to start making some money.
Synthesis procedure
Oh,
complete.
also,
Incubation personnel, please stand by.
delivery zone. Oh, crap. There we go. There it is. Jurassic World. One sec. Okay, I guess there's just no music going right now.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel.
The strongest, most dominant animal in a pack tends to take the role of alpha, of leader. It seems that hierarchy of the strong is taking place here too.
Commencing asset transit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new encounter, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
You get the little Quillaps.
It might be a tiny fraction of its size, but this dinosaur, the Aquilops, is the ancestor of immense ceratopsians like the
I have hunger for
Triceratops.
herbivores
In fact, it
turned
seems
off.
to be one of the oldest
So-
North American members of that
And
lineage.
comfort turned off, so.
This little one has titanic significance in understanding the evolution of dinosaurs. And I'm sure that
And I just-
significance won't be lost on our guests either.
And I just realized the issue with that. It means we won't have any breakouts, so. Damn. Alright, ground fiber. Ground nut. Water.
A comfortable dinosaur is one that's significantly easier to manage. Keeping them content should be a priority.
Okay. And then we need a ranger post. Place like right there. Alright, now I need a ranger station. Or response facility. Trust. We're going engine. And then we'll keep that as that. Actually, no. We're going Lost World.
Ranger patrol in progress.
Alright, we got a profit of 10,000. So, what can we be kept with? Ceratopsid. Okay. I guess we'll just have the Aquilops in here. So, let's get a restroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
And emergency shelter. Thought I had contracts on. I don't know what's going on there. Let's get some food going. And some drink. I don't know why it's... I don't know why it's acting all weird. Not exactly the most appeasing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the host. Ladies and gentlemen, our weather forecast has been updated. The sandstorm threat level has been raised.
So I know this isn't the best start, but we can always move some of the buildings elsewhere. So we are just starting out. Okay, 23,000 profit, 29,000 profit. Heck yeah. So we got a storm coming in. So we're gonna go ahead and call it here, guys. So not sure what we're gonna call this one. I'll figure out a name. But undiagnosed element, and I don't think we have enough to get the. All right. Well, we're just gonna have to deal with that when we come back. So I'm excited about this. You know, to be building a park with you guys. You know. So, but that's all for now. Lights, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.